Hey, if you watch the Detroit Pistons versus Philadelphia 76ers game, do us a favor. Call the post-game hotline right here. Let it ring a couple times and leave us a message, and we will respond to your messages on the Lunchtime Live show tomorrow. Call the hotline. Give me your opinion of what went down. I want to hear from you. I want you to be a part of the show. Listening to your guys' calls on lives is so much fun. And so there's the number right there. Call the number, and we'll respond to your calls on Lunchtime Live tomorrow. All right? Run it back, nation. What is good? It is your boy, DJ Eastwood. Run it back, Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros. Algo gang, do your thing. Give me 1,000 likes on the video. Sixers win game 1 of the in-season tournament. Woo! We're coming for that NBA Cup. We're coming for that NBA Cup, and don't you even think about getting in the comments and telling me it doesn't matter, because it's something that you can win, and we like winning shit. It matters. Sixers take out the Detroit Pistons to win the first game of the NBA in-season tournament group play. It matters. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Over 50% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed. That is fraudulent behavior. Doesn't do anything for you. It just does it for me. We're trying to get to 20,000. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn your notification bell on. Let's go. Sixers win 114-106. Yeah, first thing I want to say is, like, you know, before the Wizards game, I was saying, you know, like the Wizards aren't like one of these bad teams that have a lot of young, hungry talent that are going to, you know, kind of run you out of the building. The Wizards are just really bad. And they have Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma, who don't give a shit about anything. The Detroit Pistons are one of those teams that I was talking about. One of those teams with young, hungry talent. Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes. They got Marvin Bagley out there who's trying to prove something. Isaiah Stewart, who's out there trying to prove something. You know, the boy that got cut on the eye and tried to fight LeBron James. Remember him? Yeah, the Detroit Pistons are one of those teams that have a lot of young, hungry talent. And don't forget they have Monty Williams as their head coach. I do feel like the Philadelphia 76ers forgot all of those things. They thought, this is just the Detroit Pistons. Let's just go jog around, shoot some shots, and win this game by 20, and let's get out of there. And they found out real quick that, look, this is still a team full of NBA players, and this is a team that's going to try to outwork you. The Pistons are 2-7, now 2-8. But as the Sixers found out in the first half, they are not to be messed with as far as, like, you can't just show up and give no effort. The Sixers had no energy when they started this game. They looked completely flat. They looked disinterested. Joel Embiid was getting beat backdoor. He was getting he was getting beat at the rim, beat backdoor. They were just chucking up shots. It looked bad in the beginning. Killian Hayes turned into a left-handed Steph Curry somehow. One of my dudes in the playback stream was telling me that Cade Cunningham isn't a good shooter. This guy started the game 4 for 4 from the mid-range. It was looking pretty fraudulent in the first half. But we have a real coach now, guys. It's a tale of two halves with this team. They went into halftime. It seems like Nick Nurse said, hey, everybody sit down. What the fuck are you guys doing out there? If you don't pick up the intensity, pick up the energy, and start playing, you're about to get ran out of the building by the Detroit Pistons. And you celebrated the Celtics win and all these things. You want people out there saying, yeah, but then they lost to the Pistons? No, you don't want that. They came back the second half and looked like a completely different team. All of a sudden, the defensive intensity was 200% raised. The effort, the rotations, the communication, everything looked better. They started hounding Detroit on the defensive end. Joel Embiid did exactly what I said he needed to do. The first half of the game, Detroit was playing physical. And I want to, again, give it to the Detroit Pistons. Monty Williams had a strategy, and his strategy was play Joel Embiid hard, play Joel Embiid physical, get in his head, Push him around, grab him, pull him, slap him, do everything you can in the paint. And to be totally honest, the officials in the first half were letting them play full contact fucking rugby, and then they were calling some touch fouls on Embiid on the other end. He did finally get physical with Bagley in the second quarter, where he just hit him with a strong drop step, and he got called for an offensive foul. So the refs were kind of being frauds in the first half too. But second half, Joel Embiid started to get physical, started to go under the basket and make these boys foul him. You know what I mean? Like, they were playing. Detroit was playing physical, and I'm like, if Joel just gets under the rim, he's gonna foul all these dudes out, bro. And that's what he started to do in the second half. He started to get down there and, get Isaiah Stewart fouling him, get Cade Cunningham fouling him, get all these dudes fouling him. And that's, Joel came out the second half and said, okay, they're playing me physical. They're getting in my head a little bit. I was a little bit of a fraud in the first half. I'm not going to let them rattle me, and I'm going to come out the second half, and I'm going to put a shoulder in everybody's chest, and I'm going to make it happen. And that's exactly what he did. I do want to say this. In the first half, the NBA did it again. There's a play where Joel Embiid gets fouled 5 times, by the way. An elbow in the back from Bagley, hacked across both arms by Cunningham, and he pushed Cunningham after the play. Or the other way around, Bagley, I forget. But he pushed him after the play. Detroit challenges the foul call. They lose the challenge because it was clearly a foul, but the NBA officials add a technical foul after the play. I'm still absolutely blown away that this is what they. How can you do this? It doesn't make any sense. They are challenging the foul call. The only thing you're looking at in the replay is, was it a foul or was it not a foul? You can't look at the replay and. I'm so mad I can't breathe. You can't look at the replay and add other shit, bro. NBA, what are you doing? Again, that's like challenging a touchdown and the NFL saying it was a clear catch, receiver had both feet in bounds, but on the replay we saw a hold in the backfield. It doesn't work that way. It's so stupid that they do that. But anyway, Embiid got a technical foul for that. Detroit was getting in his head a little bit, playing him physical, and that was their game plan. And shout out to the Detroit Pistons, man. They played hard as hell. They played hard as hell all the way till the final whistle. But the second half, we came out a different team, and we took care of them the way that we should have took care of them. Tyrese Maxey again. Where's the stats? Let me get the box score. Hold up. Box score. Tyrese Maxey again, ladies and gentlemen. 29 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds. The kid just keeps doing the damn thing. And I feel like I say this every post-game video now. When it got chippy, when it got down to crunch time, Tyrese Maxey was the leader of the team. Joel Embiid dominated the third quarter with his physicality and getting to the free throw line. The fourth quarter, Tyrese Maxey absolutely took over. And then they started to spam the Maxey and Embiid pick and roll. There's nothing they could do with that. But I just love that I'm seeing Tyrese Maxey leading the team. He's not a second option. He's not a third option. He is the option. He's the dude. We're not even coming down here and forcing the ball to Embiid every play like we used to do. It's an offensive system completely ran by Tyrese Maxey as the point guard. And it's beautiful. And he just did it again to the Detroit Pistons. And I can't be happier with the evolution of Tyrese Maxey. It's absolutely unbelievable. We had a huge third quarter. We started the second half down by 8, and we ended the third quarter, I think, up by 8. And in the first half, I was saying, Detroit's shooting the lights out and they're hanging around and things, but I wouldn't be shocked if we're up by about 15 in the fourth quarter, and that's exactly what happened. Another late run happened by Detroit where they cut it to 10, but again, we never showed a sign of like, we're going to collapse or we're going to let them get. There was no real question. By the midway through the third quarter, the Sixers are winning this game. Not a good first half at all, but they did what a winning team does in the second half, and I loved it. Maxey's defense in the fourth quarter, a couple of the Sixers went on a run and went up by 15 on a couple of Maxey defense to offense turnovers into fast break layups. His defense is so improved this year. It's just amazing me every single game. He's so much better at staying in front of defenders. He's so much better at getting his hands in passing lanes and tracking the ball. And my camera freezes here. I am just absolutely blown away by what Tyrese Maxey is doing so far. And he took the game over in the fourth quarter again. When they cut it to 10, actually, Tobias Harris was the one that had a couple tough buckets too there in the fourth quarter. And that's what you need to do in those situations. You know what I mean? They're making a little bit of a run. Okay, we need to stop chucking up threes, stop getting fancy, go down in the trenches and put the ball in the hoop. And Tobias Harris did it 2 or 3 times in that fourth quarter. And then Embiid came back and they started spamming the Embiid Maxey pick and roll. And it was too much for the Detroit Pistons. And Detroit came back down to earth as far as shooting the ball. So Sixers take care of business. Joel Embiid and Isaiah Stewart in the fourth quarter was fun to watch. And Isaiah Stewart, I want to make sure I shout him out. He had a big play in the fourth quarter where Joel was trying to overpower him physically. That was clearly Joel Embiid's goal in the second half and the fourth quarter. Get in the paint, put your shoulder in these boys' chests, and put the ball in the hoop. And Isaiah Stewart fought him from the beginning of the possession to the end of the possession, stuck in there, hung in there, blocked the shot. Shout out to Isaiah Stewart, man. Tough dude. A real tough dude. 6'8", 250, and he was up for the challenge of guarding Joel Embiid in the fourth quarter, and I was enjoying every second of watching that battle. Shout out to Isaiah Stewart, man. I like that guy. And, maybe someday he survives Detroit and gets out of there and gets to somewhere else. But him versus Embiid in the fourth quarter was a lot of fun. Embiid slapped him in the face on the play where he blocked the shot. I thought maybe he was going to chase him around like he did LeBron James, but he didn't do that. And then Joel Embiid shot a 3 at the buzzer, which was funny, and he told Nick Nurse to challenge it. But yeah, Pistons come out swinging. They're a young, hungry, athletic. They fight hard. Monty Williams has them out there playing defense and flying around and giving 100% effort. The Sixers messed around in the first half, but they came out in the second half and took care of business. Yeah, that's it. Sixers win the first game of their play-in tournament over the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys on Lunchtime Live tomorrow. Peace.